How about this, man? An oldie but a goodie still. Bud Light, man. It is still more trouble for Bud Light, Wolt Light, Anheuser-Busch. We got some more sales numbers, Rhodes, and it is bad across the board, not just for Bud Light, but for Anheuser-Busch overall. I mean, they might as well just hit the self-destruct button. at least on Bud Light.
Good.
Bud Light sales fall off a cliff. Other Anheuser-Busch brands also get crushed. This is on Outkick right here. This is not a surprise. We're seeing all of these 20+% drops for Bud Light, and it's no different this time. It says here, the bleeding just won't stop for Bud Light. The company has been going through absolute hell ever since it teamed up with transgender activist Dylan Mulvaney at the start of April for March Madness. The backlash has been unrelenting for weeks, and the latest sales dating indicates the company hasn't fixed the situation. Retail sales are down 23.6% for the week that ended May 6th compared to a year. So year over year, almost down 24%. It keeps getting worse. However, Bud Light isn't the only Anheuser-Busch brand getting lit up like a scoreboard. I like how Outkick puts that. Several other beers under the AB umbrella also continue to see a sharp decline. Budweiser is down almost 10%. Michelob Ultra is down 2.9%, and Natural Light is down 2.5% compared to the same time period a year ago. That is the whole entire brand right there, Rhodes.
Wow.
Still, Anheuser-Busch and Bud Light continue to bleed, and there's no end in sight. While AB products might be getting killed, other beers are soaring. What is this? Past Blue Ribbon is up 21.6%.
Wow.
Miller High Life is up 10.4%. And that's funny, man, because we just talked about them making a woke ad the other day.
Right.
It's something different, man, about Dylan Mulvaney versus, the feminist ad with Miller Lite.
Right. I didn't like Miller Lite's ad, but did it land a whole lot differently than Dylan Mulvaney? It still landed a lot differently. When you get a dude that's doing his thing as a little girl,
that's creepy.
It lands on a whole nother level. It really does. I'm going to be real. It starts feeling biblical at that point. You have landed monumentally wrong with that whole thing. Not only that, but are you condoning drinking for the underage? That's another thing that we haven't talked a whole lot about, but who exactly is his demographic? Because his demographic is who they're targeting, and a lot of people are saying that a great deal of his viewers are actually under 18.
Oh, yeah, they're
which
like
scares the
12-year-olds.
shit out of me.
We're talking about TikTok here.
That in itself should frighten us for our future.
Yeah, people that aren't even of drinking age.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There was a lot of different things that about that situation that was a total creep show. Truly.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you. I'm shocked that their sales are still this good.
Well, are you surprised though that the boycott hasn't stopped? Usually these boycotts, all right, they go for a week or so, but this thing is like 2 months now.
No, remember when this started, I told you, when it comes to beer, you have people.
It's a different ballgame.
People will have, dudes will stand around drinking their own brand of beer arguing about who has
Yeah.
the better beer. But once you alienate that person and they switch beer, it's a wrap. Guess what? Their loyalty is now to the other
Yeah.
beer.
My wife asked me this question yesterday, and she said, wait a minute, why isn't Nike getting the same kind of backlash like Bud Light? Because Nike has Dylan Mulvaney also. And I told her it's completely different because the target demographic of Bud Light was conservatives. And Anheuser-Busch is a bit donator to the Republican Party. Nike, they're definitely more left-wing. It's different.
A lot of conservatives had long since left Nike already.
Yeah.
That's the big difference.
The whole China thing and all that, the NBA,
Colin
I was out
Kaepernick
on them.
was a big
I haven't
one.
bought Nike in years. Actually, you know what? I made a mistake. I got to be honest. When the Astros won the World Series,
Yeah.
I went out and got my gear, and the shirt, it's not a Nike shirt. I picked up the championship sweater. I got back home, then I realized, wait a minute, this has a bit Nike sign on it. But I wasn't gonna go back. I mean, it was like midnight, and
Right.
the lines are gonna be long for days, so it wasn't even worth it. So it's in my closet still. But that was by mistake.
I have not bought anything Nike in a very, very long time. It's been years at this point.
Yeah. And I don't know how I
Years.
missed it because it has a bit Nike sign like right up here. But I guess since it was folded up, I didn't realize it.
Well, it was midnight. I mean, I've never went out to purchase clothes at midnight.
Well,
so
it wasn't midnight.
it
that
was
line
late though. I can remember.
It was late
Yeah.
because I drove down the road because Dick's Sporting Goods is like 10 minutes from my house. Not even that. So around the 7th inning, I drove down there, and that line was just super duper long, and I was in line like forever. So when the Astros won the World Series, they started letting people in, and it took forever. You went in there, you got your stuff, but that line was so long. I'm holding everything like in a bundle. I'm not even looking at it, so I missed it. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think the obvious answer there is a lot of conservatives have long since been out on Nike.
Yeah.
You know, now if nothing else had happened this whole time, and then all of a sudden they pull that shit, Nike and Dylan Mulvaney, yeah, I think you'd have seen a big fallout there too. I
Right.
do. You know.
Right.